How to use a protractor to measure angles. So this is a protractor, and you will notice that there's smaller numbers on the top on this side of the protractor and larger numbers on the bottom of this side. But it is the opposite on the right hand side of the protractor. The top numbers are bigger while the bottom numbers are smaller. You will also notice this line here that says 0 and 180. That's because a straight line measures 180 degrees. And you'll notice this circle here with an arrow. We're always going to line up the vertex right here on top of this arrow or on this circle. A lot of protractors will look different, but they will have some type of indicator on where to line up the lines and the vertex. Let's practice measuring angles using this protractor today. So we have an angle here. Here's the vertex and here's our lines. And here's our protractor. The first step is to identify if this is an obtuse or acute angle. And it looks like it's straight up and down, which might mean it might even be a right angle. It's important to identify if it's an acute or obtuse angle first so that you know if you're looking at the smaller numbers or larger numbers. Let's line up this protractor right here correctly on the vertex. Just like that. Now I have this line here lined up perfectly with the bottom. Vertex is lined up, and I can measure the top, and it looks like it is exactly 90 degrees. So it's a right angle. Let's do this again. Here's our new angle. First step, is it obtuse or is it acute? That's right, it's obtuse. So we're going to be using the larger numbers. Let's line it up correctly, right on the vertex, straight line down, and follow it along. And it lands right on 60 and 120. Now we said this is an obtuse angle, so which one is it? That's right, it's 120 degrees. Let's do this again. All right, first step, is it obtuse or is it acute? That's right, it's acute. So we're going to measure using these smaller numbers. Let's line it up. And, it's right in between 40 and 50. So let's look at this. Starts at 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. And right in between 40 and 50 is 45. So this angle is 45 degrees. Now, it is not in between 130 and 140 because it is an acute angle, which means we need to use the smaller than 90 numbers. Here's another angle to try. Does this look like it's obtuse or acute? It's acute, which means we'll be using the smaller numbers again. Lined it up perfectly. Now we're looking in between 60 and 70. What is right in the middle between 60 and 70? That's right, 65 degrees. Let's do one more. Does this look like it's an obtuse or acute angle? That's right, it's obtuse. So we're going to be using the smaller numbers or the bigger numbers. That's right, the bigger numbers. So let's go ahead and line up this protractor. And follow it along. It's in between 120 and 130. What's in between 120 and 130? 125 degrees. Good job. Now you can measure angles using a protractor.